Are you feeling superhero fatigue? If you are, do yourself a favor. Go see Blue Beetle this weekend. And you might be asking why. Because this is a very refreshing movie. It's not trying to save the world. It's not trying to save multiple universes. This is a smaller film. It deals with family values and love and heartbreak and perseverance and dedication and overcoming those obstacles in our life that will make us better people. That's what this film is about. And it reminds me of those original superhero films we saw back in the day, like the first Superman movie with Christopher Reeves in the 70s, or the Spider-Man movie directed by Sam Raimi starring Tobey Maguire, or even the first Iron Man film. And it even has elements of RoboCop in this as well. So for the more adult viewers out there, it has that element into it. So it adds a bit more of an edge to this storyline. But it's not a movie that we haven't seen before. But when you add the Latino aspect to it, you add the big family aspect to it, the family values, you add that, a little bit of a love story, and this person becoming a great superhero, you put that all together. Even if you've seen this story many times, you're going to want to see it again. And you're going to walk out of the theater, I think, like myself, with a smile on your face going, I can't wait to see what they do with this character. Now, I wasn't a Blue Beetle fan growing up. I didn't even really know much of the character. Saw him in a couple comic books, but that was pretty much it. I was a Batman, Superman, Daredevil, Wolverine kind of guy. But I wanted to see this movie because I'm a fan of Xolo Maridueña from Cobra Kai. And I like George Lopez. And I thought, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's just try it out. And I'm glad I did because this film hits on many, many different levels. And the story is simply this. It's Victoria Cord, played by Susan Sarandon. She's the big bad CEO, wanting to create this ultimate police force by harnessing the power from this beetle scarab, this ancient scarab, and, put it into these half man, half machine beings to create this ultimate force. That's what this movie's about, and it's about Jenny Cord, her niece, the daughter of Ted Cord, the former Blue Beetle, who's no longer with us in this movie. She doesn't want the company to go down this direction. She wants the company to be what her father wanted it to always be, is to help those that need help. And so there's this battle, and she takes the scarab from her aunts, from the Cord Industries, and she bestows it on Jaime Reyes, played by Xolo Maridueña. And that's essentially the beginning of this story. Now, there's other elements. I'm not getting into all of it right now. First, let me talk to you about this. Her name is Bruna Marquezine, Brazilian actress who plays Jenny Cord. She is fantastic. This girl is not only breathtakingly beautiful, she's a good actress. And when you see her on screen, the moment that she pops, you're going to go, wow. What do we have here? It's kind of like that moment. I'm going to show my age a little bit. When we watched, Zorro with Catherine Zeta-Jones and everybody was like, who is this woman? Wow. Or Margot Robbie in Wall Street. It's that kind of moment that when you see her come on screen, she has that. She's going to be a massive star. I guarantee it. Xolo Maridueña, fantastic in this role. Huge fan of him in Cobra Kai. In this, he owns it. He is a leading man. And I wasn't too sure if he was going to be able to pull it off, but he does beautifully. He's got charisma. He's got the looks. He's got the physicality when he needs to have it. He's got that passion, and he's got that emotional, that depth inside of him. As a lead actor, you are on board with him. And I hope they do more with his character, because if they don't, it's a big mistake on the DC side of it, because he really does make you go, Blue Beetle is a character I want to see more of. Let's talk about some of the performances. And before we go further, here's a quick message from our sponsor.
Here at Geek Culture, we've tested plenty of chairs, but Secret Lab gaming chairs remain one of our favorites. Whether it's for work or play, they feel great to lean back against, with their ergonomic features offering support for the whole body, from the head and back to the arms, and even something for your butt. This mix of form and function helps the Titan Evo 2022 deliver the best seating experience like no other. For more information, check out secretlab.co.
We got to talk about the family here, the Reyes family. Now, this is an ensemble cast. There is one that is a standout, and rightfully so. It is George Lopez. He is awesome as Uncle Rudy in this. And I mean, George Lopez is a brilliant comedian anyway, and he's a good actor as well. Look, I grew up in Las Vegas and I lived in Southern California. So I had a lot of Latino friends, a lot of Hispanic friends. And I've been to their homes and had meals with them and hung out with them, and I met their relatives. And if you're like me, or even if you're Latino yourself watching this video, you are going to laugh your ass off at some of the things that go on in this movie, because Angel knows what he's doing by creating this Latino family unit here. And they really are the heart of this film in so many ways that you're going to laugh out loud and you're going to cry. And he does it brilliantly, and George Lopez just steals almost every scene he is in. Sometimes he's over the top, but he knows he's over the top, and he plays it up to the point where you just laugh out loud. And I wish I was in America watching this movie. I'm in Singapore, of course, but in a movie full of Latinos and Hispanics watching this, because they would be laughing their ass off at this thing. It is hilarious. Now, there are parts of this film where it does start becoming a little bit silly for its own too good, but the director does pull back, and he does kind of bring it back to a little bit more of a more grounded reality. Of course, this is a superhero film, so not everything is going to be grounded. And some of the things that happen in this movie are a little bit like, okay, that's a little bit too much, but you go along with it because it's a fantasy movie. It's a superhero movie. Not everything is supposed to be, this is not Oppenheimer, okay? And it's not even the Batman. It's a much more fantastical movie than that. But you go along with it because you're having a good time. And that's what this movie brings to you. It's a good time. And you go along this journey of Jaime becoming the Blue Beetle and his relationship with Jenny, and how two people from polar opposites of the spectrum, from this wealthy, billionaire's daughter to this kid who graduated university, his family's losing everything, their home, their family business, the father is not doing well health-wise. How these two join together, they work. And the chemistry between these two is on fire. These two really, when they look at each other, you're like, wow, okay, here we go. They're nice. But that helps sell the film. It really does. Overall, I've really enjoyed this. I'm not going to give away too much. If you are a fan of the Blue Beetle mythology, they do dive into that. So that is addressed in this. There are 2 post-credit scenes of this, by the way. And the first one is very, very important. The second one, not so much. Does it tie into the Snyderverse? Not really. Does it tie into the new DCU universe? Hard to say. We haven't seen any of the films from it. I believe this is the first film of the DCU. But there are references to, there are references to other superheroes out there, but there's no faces to them. So it's kind of a blank slate on that regard. So the big physical bad of this movie, he's got an interesting storyline to himself. You first see him, he seems like a one-note character, but I think the build up to his finale in the third act is really, really good. And it sets the stage for Jaime also coming to terms of who he is as Blue Beetle. And I think that's enjoyable to watch. So would I recommend it? Yes, definitely check it out and support this film. The actors can't support it, so it's up to us reviewers out there to get the word out. But I got to give it to the DCU and to James Gunn and Peter Safran, and to, of course, the entire team behind this film. You guys created a very good movie. Support it. Get it out there, watch it this weekend, and let's get the box office up for this, because it does deserve it. And I hope to see more of Blue Beetle. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the movie. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like my movie reviews, check out more of them right here.